Hey, what's good, everyone? Uncle Phil here. And I got something I wanted to share with you all. Um, if you're a gamer, you play Call of Duty, uh, if you play any of Activision's games, especially Call of Duty, specifically Call of Duty, um, I'm just finding out this morning, for something this morning. It's 4:20 right now, so really 20 minutes ago. I learned there was lines of communication between former CEO of Activision Blizzard and Jeffrey Epstein. One of my fellow gamers put me put me on, and I was greatly disgusted, but also what this there's an email, well, there's several, but one in particular that another YouTuber touched on and really clarified. Shout out to Blame Truth for this information because it's very important. Um, I know with some people it's probably not going to change anything, but for me personally, as a gamer, it's very disturbing to know that this game, this whole franchise was really created to indoctrinate children. Hear me when I say this: indoctrinate children into an economy of monetization. So I'm going to play you of the some of Blaine's truth, and here and there I'll kind of like chime in. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and you all just let me know what you think. Here we go. Chest. So I want to just give you guys a little appetizer here that everything Epstein did with his first conviction was well known in 2008. Everything I'm about to show you, as far as it pertains to his ties with Activision, Blizzard, and ex CEO Bobby Kotick, happened well after 2008. And I just want to show you guys this because I didn't want to cover it last video because it was just pretty heavy. I don't like to look at this stuff if I can help it. I'm not one of those people that spend like 10 hours a day combing through these files and whatnot. It already happened. I can't change it. So I try not to bum myself out. But I need to show you guys this first bit here because I'm not even kidding. I can't even describe this any other way then Jeffrey Epstein could be the fucking cause of not just modern day microtransactions, but modern day skill based matchmaking, engagement optimized matchmaking, and the brain rot bullshit they put in these games like Stakeout 24/7 and just the shitty state of everything could literally be linked back to this one email I'm about to show you. Check this out. So this email was sent to Bobby Kotick from Jeffrey Epstein in 2013. And I am directly quoting this if you're in the car and you can't see what's on the screen right now. Play Medal of Honor or Call of Duty and you will learn war history. Here's what I've been thinking. Video games are already great at teaching. If they don't assess your level and put an appropriate challenge right in front of you, the game fails. Challenge too hard and you get frustrated and quit playing. Too easy and the game is no fun. That is exactly what a good teacher or tutor would do. Fundamentally, the thing that works is a 1-to-1 student teacher ratio. Even if you have a shitty teacher or tutor, you will learn a lot because that person gets to know you and challenges you at your level. That doesn't scale, but computers do. So we have to use computers to replace teachers or at least augment them. I'm going to stop right there before I continue. This email keeps going. But what does that sound like? Guys, you're a smart bunch. I typically love reading my comments because I think I have sort of gathered a pretty smart fan base here that can kind of deduce what's going on just like I can, right? What does that sound like?
Hi, my name is Tami, and I would like to give you a few reason why you should consider dating a young Asian lady.
I can, right? What does that sound like? This sounds like the modern day engagement optimized matchmaking, skill based matchmaking system, which aims to keep you in line. If you do too good, you are knocked down. If you do too badly, you are propped up. The goal with this system is to get everyone around 1 KD, but to still give you the highs and lows like you're at a casino or whatever to keep you playing and get you addicted. There is no debate to that. We've pretty much proven that. We've found evidence. We've seen patents. We've done everything there is to do as far as research goes to prove that that is the system in Call of Duty and a lot of modern day games, to be completely honest with you. And the fact that it originated in this email from Jeffrey Epstein to Bobby Kotick is telling. This man could have literally spawned this dog shit system. Oh, but wait, it gets much worse. I'm not even done. This is only like half of the email. But I'm going to cover more that was written in this email. I'm going to cover the best friends situation he seemed to have going on with Kodak. I am going to cover
Mm,
Kodak and some female Russian guests. It's going to be gross and it's going to chap your ass.
chap
Like
chap your
today's
ass.
New Year, new cheeks. Today's video is spot.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. I haven't fully listened to the video all the way through because just listening to him reading just reading the email itself, it was like very disturbing. Very, very strange. But here we go.
Tree with a small pocket knife. That's a little extreme, but you get what I'm saying. But Dude Wipes aims to fix that problem because
Not
when
dew wipes,
it's,
but
you
I ain't gonna lie,
buy
dew wipes,
paper, right?
yeah,
Makes sense.
that's the
So
thing that's in right now. No
it's
dingleberry.
down.
But okay,
There's
let's
flavors.
get on here to this email because I want to read. I want you to hear this.
Mother Nature wipes responsible. In comment or video, just yet again. Once I use their stuff, I have not been able to go back to standard TP. It's that good. Definitely pick yourself up some
Let me
and
see.
treat yourself.
See
You'll see
this email.
what I mean. Anyway, let's continue here because this just gets worse and worse the more I read into it. Today's video games don't try to teach stuff we care about. Well, except for shooting bad guys. The best scheme I've come up with so far is to use X Prize or something like it to co opt the existing video game industry. Give out a prize to the game that comes up with the best way of teaching kids anything from a normal school curriculum. Let them pick whatever they want to teach any grade level and just incorporate it into their product. That's the way to get the most brains and the most users for the least amount of money. You want to skip convincing educators and parents about this stuff and just go straight for the kids. Imagine you are looking at a door in a video game. It has some squiggly symbols printed on it. The little munchkins walk up to that door and say Konnichiwa. The door opens and they are greeted by a hot princess with big tits and a thong. The door closes in your face. You are going to learn to read and pronounce kanji. Unleash that on fifth grade boys, and the next thing you know, you'll have an entire generation of bilingual kids speaking Japanese to each other behind the backs of their parents and teachers. Edutainment is for pussies. It doesn't work. Once kids catch on that you are trying to teach them something, they shut down. We have to keep the boobs and guns and profit. You see how much money video games are making these days.
Mm.
Fuck educational reform. We need educational subversion. Again, this sounds exactly like modern day Call of Duty, brain rotting their player base away, their dwindling player base away
Hit that
with
thumbs up for me.
like stakeout 24/7 where you're thrust into this game and the only thing that matters is some sort of meaningless progress to the next animated gif you can slap on your ugly fucking gun, which isn't even a real rifle to start with. It is the equivalent of keys being jangled in front of you to distract you, except that if you actually grab for the keys, you're charged $20 to $30 each fucking time. Here are the keys. Ooh, magic keys make the love.
Hello, hello.
All right, guys, back to the main meat potatoes here. If you just search Bobby Kotick in the Epstein files, you'll find he is mentioned over 300 times. Now, that's a little misleading, though, because a lot.
Bobby Kotick and Epstein. If you Google that, it will bring it up. It will bring it up. Wow. Let's continue. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share.
The files are duplicated and whatnot. The U.S. government has done a piss poor job in actually getting these out and in a readable fashion. There are tons of repeated things, and it's just very badly done. The U.S. government being inept, never heard that before. But either way, as you can see here from this image, Kodak and Epstein were pretty good friends. I mean, they were pretty buddy buddy here. As you can see, Bobby Kodak came over last night. He's great. Are you coming to my coast soon? Says Jeffrey Epstein to Bobby Kotick. Kotick also got a when are you next in New York email from Epstein. I mean, there are dozens of emails like this. There, back and forth, by the way. It's not just Epstein contacting Kotick, it's Kotick contacting Epstein. In fact, they are such good friends that Bobby Kotick offered to lend this man his jet, like his own private fucking jet. Keep in mind, this is well after the fact that this man got put on a registered sex offender list, by the way,
Mm.
in 2008. So they were pretty close. I think it's safe to say that they were pretty close, at least from my vantage point here. So here's what I'm talking about here. Epstein says, the girls and I are going to see Elon Musk at SpaceX tomorrow. Are you around? To Bobby Kotick. Kotick replies, I'm here but tied up during the day. Do you want my 407 to fly to Hawthorne Airport? Epstein says, no thanks, I'm in Long Beach. And Kotick says, want it to take you from Long Beach? Epstein replies with thanks, but rather see you, taking girls after to Bel Air. Kotick says, let me know what time. Epstein says, we'll do probably around 3:30. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is a bit weird, right? I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't let friends borrow my car, let alone registered sex offenders. You know what I mean? It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, but I digress here. This isn't an implication of anything. I just think it's personally fucking weird. And I think if you're watching, you probably think that, yeah, that's a bit odd as well. So let's continue on here and delve deeper into this whole email fiasco. This one I found pretty peculiar because these people just type oddly. I don't know, especially Epstein. You can see what I mean, where I say he types really poorly. Arriving with crew in tow tomorrow at Bel Air at 7 p.m. What are you doing? Are you going to Milken? Like, why are there so many weird spaces? No punctuation. It's very odd, right? And Kodak says, I will be around Monday and Tuesday. Let me know. Great. And there's a space and then two periods. Drinks tomorrow, my house, 5:30. And that's from Bobby Kotick. Again, no real punctuation. Why do these people type so badly? Let's try space, space, comma, space, space. What is the address, comma?
Okay, so who is this? Steve Adams? Uh Respectfully, Steve Adams, you don't have to be here. Your presence isn't needed here. If you don't like it, it's okay. Who's asking you to stay? Steve? Let me go ahead and put you in timeout. Go sit down, sir. All right? Have a good day. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. You always got a disruptive person in the live. So let's continue.
Space, comma, space, what is the address, comma, question mark?
See, now check this out, right? Let me show you all this. Let me show you exactly. Oh gosh, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm looking at, right? Let me show you. Let's see. Can we focus in on this? Let me see. Back on, I thought I cleaned my lens off. Okay. Not much, ladies and gentlemen. Just reading some of the emails between Bobby Kotick, the former CEO of Activision Blizzard, and Jeffrey Epstein. This is so weird. Let me go ahead and finish play the rest of this. This is crazy.
Is there some sort of double speak going on? I don't know. I don't want to, again, I don't want to infer anything. I'm just saying it's really poorly written unless it's done on purpose. The next email. Let me just show you this one because I have no idea what to make of it. And again, guys, I just want to reiterate here I'm not inferring anything. I'm just presenting you the facts and you can draw your own conclusions. But what in the fuck is happening right here? This $10 pen fixed what
Hold
1,000
on, y'all. Let me see. Let me script this.
Epstein wrote Bobby Kotick and said, "My Russian guest missed, like a snake, your arrival yesterday." Kotick replies,
What the hell? Let me go back. Sorry about that.
"I'll see you both next trip." What
Mm,
arrival yesterday? Kotick replies, "And I missed her. I'll see you both next trip." What? Huh? What? The Russian guest? Her? Next trip? Who in the fuck are they talking about? Why are they not referring to this Russian guest by name? Again, it's fucking weird. I don't know. I just think it's fucking weird. Okay? Guys, there is way more. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg here. I combed through these files for like an entire day trying to find this stuff, and it's just bizarre. Let's just keep going, okay? So Epstein writes Kotick and he says, "Are you coming to my coast soon?" Kotick says, "Maybe next weekend. How are you?" Epstein says, "If so, come see me." Again, oddly written. "I will be in New York on Saturday, possibly David Blaine and Woody Allen at the house. You will enjoy them as they will enjoy you." What an odd thing to say. Is David Blaine going to make something disappear inside of Bobby Kotick, if you know what I mean? Is Woody Allen going to show why they call him Woody? Like, I don't know, man. Kotick says, "I should be in around 7. I'll come find you Saturday. What's your address?" And keep in mind, this is 2012, so I guess they hadn't got super acquainted yet, like the stuff I showed you from 2013. But my God, man. So here's another one where Epstein just types like a belligerent fucking idiot. Win New York. Who talks like this? Kodak says, no plans. Win New Mexico. All August. Begin.
Now, I'm gonna pause it right there because here's here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? He doesn't quite understand that they're talking in code. So, though it may be written in a belligerent way, we're talking about things being written in code, in secrecy. Hmm. But let's continue.
Begins with Hacker Conference Vegas, July 30th. Now, I don't know if they spent all August in New Mexico. I don't know what they were doing. Dude, strange. Just strange stuff.
Right.
If you guys recall about how I said everything was duplicated and badly ported out or whatever, this is a good example. This contains an email I showed you earlier, I do believe, but there's another part to it that is strange, we'll just say, and it's at the top. It's Epstein replying to the 5:30 drinks at Kodak's house stuff, and he says, "Great, see you then. I will bring three or four. Three or four what?" Now, if this was a normal guy, I'd say three or four drinks, but it's not a normal guy, so this could be three or four Russian guests. I don't know. This next one might blow your guys' mind a little bit. Okay, 2013, February 25th. Hello, Tracy and Susie. Hope all is well. I'm guessing this is Epstein's assistant or whatever. Jeffrey Epstein and blankety blank 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 are in CA and going to visit SpaceX at 1 o'clock today, Monday, February 25th. Jeffrey is asking if they could come visit Activision if it's nearby. Please let me know. Thank you.
Mm.
Jeffrey Epstein could have actually been inside an Activision studio as they're actively making fucking games or something. Absolutely wild stuff to think about. And for the most part, that's most of the juicy stuff. There is one weird, kind of concerning email where Epstein asks Kodak to come tour his island with his family or whatever. But other than that, that's about all we get. There is an email as well where they ask for each other's numbers kind of early on. So God knows what they were texting or talking about over the phone. It seems like their email communication was less buddy buddy than what they probably texted each other and called each other about. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. But there's one more thing. One more thing, and I covered it in my last video where I talked about a few emails that I uncovered. But there seems to be just something a bit off about how a certain email is written. We talked about code speaking and double meanings and stuff like that a little bit earlier. And I don't know if this falls into it or not.
It
You guys
does.
tell me. I'm just going to show you something that a viewer of mine actually pointed out, and it makes perfect fucking sense. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Take a look at this.
How my hubby stopped ejaculating prematurely.
Okay. I tell you, so many damn commercials. It's always going to be at least one around the corner.
Sense. Are you ready? Take a look at this. Epstein's assistant said, unfortunately, Bobby Kotick cannot do Friday night. Okay to still have him come on Saturday, November 17th night for dinner. And I don't know why dinner is bolded like that. I have no fucking idea why you would intentionally do that. This isn't something like a misspelling. This isn't something like a typo. This is something you highlight the text and intentionally do. Why in the fuck is dinner bolded? If you comb through the emails, you'll see this dinner's kind of a big deal to the point where there's another email sent asking to change the day entirely. And there's a weird thing where like Kodak arrives. Like who schedules things like this over email? Kodak to arrive at the house at 8 p.m. Bizarre. But I'm just gonna guess and say maybe the bolded dinner thing is some code speak. So a viewer of mine, in reference to this email, said, "Look closely at the subject." And
Mm,
I said, "Holy shit." And what am I saying holy shit about? Let's zoom into the title. Bobby Kotick, Saturday Night. SA is capitalized. If you Google SA right now, just the letters S and A together, you will see that if you just type this in, it's code for sexual assault. Why is dinner bolded? Why is there this very specific typo in the title? And maybe you're thinking this is all just coincidence. Maybe you're thinking it's just coincidence, but the fact that the motherfucker that is buddy, good friends with someone who is a sexual assaulter. I'm not buying it. The fact that the guy who's buddy with this sexual assaulter named the currency in his key franchise CP should tell you that this is probably not a fucking coincidence. You could name this shit anything else, but he chose to name it CP. A viewer of mine said, and you could name this shit anything else, but he chose to name it CP. A viewer of mine said intentionally abbreviating it to CP so you have plausible deniability when you use that appreciation in chats is kind of diabolical. And he's absolutely fucking right. You can talk about this stuff in text and calls and whatnot, and it's coded. It's completely fucking coded if you mean something else. And no one will bat an eye because that's the abbreviation for their stupid fucking currency in their brain rot shitty ass video game. I am not saying anything factually here. I am not. I am simply showing you guys the evidence. You draw your own conclusions. It is a shit fuck world out there. There are really bad people. And it just so happens that the Activision Blizzard CEO, the guy behind Call of Duty from its inception, was good friends with one of the worst people we have seen in human history.
um, yeah, yeah. And this is for me, this is very, very uncomfortable. Like I won't front. That shit is like extremely, extremely uncomfortable. Um, for me. Like, and yeah, yeah, yeah. It's time for it's time for me to cut them. I know, I know. One of my fellow gamers was like, "What's done is done," but it's like, what can you do beyond that? I was like, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want any part of a game that was a version of a game that was created behind a known s- offender, a known sex offender. So uncomfortable. Like really, truly uncomfortable. And I've been playing Call of Duty for, man, ever since Call of Duty came out. I don't even believe there's a version of Call of Duty that I've ever missed that I did not play. But it did have some questionable things, things that I didn't previously see on COD. You know, I was slightly uncomfortable when I started seeing um, these other different color calling card flags. You know, yeah, I know they had the rainbow flags, and then they had the LGBT flags, but then what they had some other flags that I wasn't even aware of. And one of them happened to be the ped. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I knew right then and there. And then, not only that, but as a gamer, you've been in lobbies where your children in in the game, like playing in the game, even though the game is not rated for everybody because of certain, because of the content. And it's like it's uncomfortable knowing that a game that have we've been known for playing has somehow been connected to a pedo is that's diabolical, man. The former CEO, the former CEO, buddy buddy with a known sex offender. Wow. I don't have the time nor the energy to really go through that whole Epstein file. I was just like, nah. Mm-mm. But just to hear about this, man, look, that's good. That's good, Activision. Y'all can have that shit. Don't want no part of it. That shit is so disgusting, man. I'm good on that. I wonder what Activision would have to say about that. Oh well. Someone says Rob 80, what was that, 808? Rob, what the fuck is going on with your head? My business. Anything else? We're talking about something, we're talking about in-game monetization and indoctrinating children into an economy. I was like, and the only thing you're concerned with is what's on the side of my head? Man, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm talking about protecting kids. You talking about what the fuck is that on the side of your head? My motherfucking business. Simple as that. It's like I was like, shit, man. People are more and more concerned with fuck shit rather than being concerned about the safety of children. My kids are going missing and children are being preyed on. I was like, yo, man. Mm-mm. So if you're a gamer and you're on COD, mm, you might wanna you might wanna check you might wanna check this guy out. He actually had a good damn point. Blame truth. And the title of his of that particular video is I dug deeper into the Activision and Call of Duty Epstein files. What I found scarred me for life. So you all can check that out for yourselves. That's Activision, man. Y'all foul. Activision, you are. I was like, yo, the CEO, the former CEO. Yeah, you're under investigation. They're coming after you. It's only a matter of time. Sick. Protect your kids. Watch your children and watch who they are around. These folks out here, they're crazy in these streets. Remember, Uncle Phil loves you.